Hello, happy Monday. Welcome to another episode of Snapdown Wrestling. I am your host, Tommy Lynch. Thank you for tuning in and for all of your support. Another great week of wrestling that went down this past week. Great for some, not so great for others. For us, it was kind of a great 50-50, not so great week for Cranston West. As everybody knows, I'm the head wrestling coach for Cranston West. But 1-1. 1-1, lost one, which is better than last week. We won none and lost both. So as everybody knows, I mean, this season is split up into tri-meets. Okay, so basically everybody has 5 tri-meets and 1 dual meet, and that will cover your 11 matches, league matches, I should say, that everybody has. So 5 tries, 1 dual meet, covers all 11 league matches. And the RIIL, Rhode Island Interscholastic League, has said that there will be a state championship, and that will be starting on June 26th. As predicted, I've said that, but unofficially, because I can't really say that until it's announced, because otherwise I get in trouble. So from what I hear, hopefully it's really announced, and I don't get in trouble for saying that. But if it's not announced, then it's just all like, well, hey, this will happen or not happen. But I'm pretty sure it's going to be happening. We're powered tonight and produced by Fans Only Sports Network. That's sports with a Z. Okay, so anytime you want to watch live stream of Cranston West, we are live streaming on fansonlysports.com. It's that simple. It's a live stream. It shows us wrestling in our tries and our duel. It doesn't matter. We are going live each and every week with what we have going on as far as matches. So you can catch that. You can see what Cranston West is up to. You can check out our stream, and it's also archived. So if you can't catch it, because you're working or you have life going on, that's fine, or matches. You can always go back to it and check us out and see what we're up to, like I said. But the game plan is changing each week, so I'm not so much worried as much as other coaches as, oh, you're going to see our stuff, you're going to be able to use that against us. Hey, listen, it's promoting the sport of wrestling. It's promoting high school wrestling. It's a professionally done stream with match score and team score, and for the most part, a working clock, and which period it is. But it's a really good broadcast, and like I said, you can go back to it, so you can catch some really good matches. And we are D1. There's 3 divisions this year: a D1, D2, D3, and AB. Regardless, there's 12 teams per division. So again, you got that one. Let's say it's Cranston West as number 12, and then you have 11 matches, league matches that you wrestle this year, along with a state championship. But what I haven't heard, and I can't give you any news on, I wish I could, is that we have not heard anything definitive on a freshman and JV state championship. So I'm still waiting. Maybe next week I can give you some info on that, but right now I can't. It's still up in the air. It should be happening. I mean, everything is kind of opening. Everything's 100% capacity. If you're vaccinated, mask down in certain places, markets, Walmart, different places. So things are opening up. That's really good news for us. But tonight we have a special Snapdown Wrestling where, if you haven't seen it, we're going to be re-airing a very close match of us versus Cumberland. Everybody wants to kind of take a look at what Cumberland is and has going on. Cumberland is the returning state champions. Before I get into that, I wanted to go over some of the results for week 2, and some of the scores from around the league of all 3 leagues, based on what we have, because believe it or not, some of the teams are still not posting their scores. And for those of you that do not know, because it's gone back and forth, Do I post? Am I the one to input the scores? I'm not the home team, so I shouldn't. Here it is. You heard it on Snapdown Wrestling. It is this. If you win the match, you input the scores. Whether it's the home team or not, doesn't matter. Home team loses both matches, they put in nothing. The winning team has to put in the scores. The losing team will check the score on Track Wrestling and either accept it and with a thumbs up or not. In that case, just get in touch with the coach and say, hey, your score is wrong. Before I accept it and commit, I want the score to be right. Doesn't make a difference if you won by 1 or 2, no. But if you won the match and it shows you didn't win the match, then you would have to contact the coach, say, hey, change that. But this is what I have, and it's not many because some of the coaches didn't put the scores in. We'll start with us. Cranston West versus Woonsocket was 63-18. And Cranston West versus Mount Hope was Cranston West 24, Mount Hope 44. All right, so Mount Hope looking really, really strong this year. Really good. Moving on, Johnston versus Narragansett. Johnston 42, Narragansett 6. All right, and I work in the Narragansett school system, so really closely related there. But Barrington High School 78, Cranston East 0. So Barrington over Cranston East 78-0. Cranston East only, from what I understand, 3 wrestlers this season, trying to build that up. Barrington 60, Smithfield 6. Smithfield over Cranston East was 60-0. Hope High School 46, Charahoe 21. Hope High School 64, North Providence 6. Charahoe 48, North Providence 27. Pontigansett 63, Coventry 12. Pontigansett looking really strong with a huge win over Coventry 63-12. Pontigansett 60, LaSalle 18. Coventry 46, LaSalle 18. Okay, now we're moving on. Tollgate 36, Central 25, North Kingston 39, Hendricken 36. Very, very close match with NK and Hendricken in 39-36. Matches like that can go either way, guys. A pin or a win or not getting pinned makes a difference in the match. NK 42, Cumberland 36. So North Kingston beating Cumberland 42-36. Again, a very close match. And Hendricken 46, Cumberland 33. So Hendricken pretty easily handling Hendricken handling Cumberland with a very wide margin there. Exeter West Greenwich High School 48, Mount Pleasant 22. Exeter West Greenwich High School 42, Westerly 30. And Westerly High School over Mount Pleasant 36-12. So that's the scores from around the league. All the coaches that input, I'm sure there were more. But coaches, put in your scores. Tonight, like I said, we're going to be watching our close match with Cumberland. For those that haven't seen it, pretty good match. So take a look and enjoy, as we will be cutting in for commercials only. Stay tuned. Here we go.
Rhode Island High School Wrestling on Fans Only Sports Network, presented by Odyssey Group International, Rhode Island Army National Guard, and Provacus. Thank you for tuning in this afternoon on Fans Only Sports Network. That's Fans Only Sports, SPORTZ.com. You can also find us online, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at FO Sports, SPORTZ. Meet one of the Rhode Island High School wrestling season. We will have a number of matches over the course of the seasons which started in May, ironically an odd spot for wrestling, normally a winter sport. But check out our schedule online. The upcoming broadcasts screen on the middle left-hand side of the website on fansonlysportz.com as they continue to work the sterile laser around the left side.
This
Matt.
wonderful machine, man. I'm Arian Tanwar, and I'm going to pass the mic to my fellow wrestler from Cranston West, Aiden DeSimone.
Thanks for joining. So 106 weight class scheduled to come up. We do not have a roster for Cumberland, so I apologize on that. But we do know should be Cal Chiquette. And they're going to go with the right side mat to get us started at 106.
We have a nice shot from Cumberland as it is goodly defended by Sam Nifa.
Sorry, I checked that. So maybe we did have the 106 and then they went actually and did the we're all sorts of confused up here in the booth. They've put 6 points on the board now for Cumberland. And also, we should be at 106 if we haven't had any other varsity matches. If we're at 113 then perhaps.
There must have been some sort of forfeit.
So maybe a forfeit at 106 sends us to 113. So the Clippers have 6 on the board. We'll try to get that all sorted out for you.
Sam Nifa looks to put the Cumberland wrestler onto his back. We have a good scramble with a minute left as the Cumberland wrestler gets a nice reverse and ties the score up at 2-2.
Nifa freshman, one of 7 on this Cranston West roster. Just 3 seniors on the roster, and JP Velat, Dante Ciccarelli, and Chris Gomez. So a fairly young Falcons team. 12 seconds left to go here in the first period. We apologize for the clock error.
At the end
Takes
of
us to the horn.
At the end of the first, it is tied 2-2 with 2 periods remaining.
Cumberland going with bottom. It's going to give West and Nifa a chance to control on the whistle.
Cumberland's able to get off a good quick move to get his 1 point for the escape. We have a nice shot from Cumberland.
Nifa's got to be careful there not to get turned over. Works for the outside line.
Looks like we have good defense from Sam Nifa so far.
Still in bounds as the Cumberland wrestler, and now just releases.
Both wrestlers circle back to the middle, trying to get something going for them.
Nifa's got an opportunity here if he can turn. He's got 2 back points, gets a pin. Sam Nifa picks up 6 for the
We have a nice move from Sam Knifa to tie the score back 6-6.
And that will send us forward.
Is me back at it again. Luke Montefusco runs out for Cranston West at the 132-pound weight class. Still unsure about the there's a possibility that 106 and 113 might be last.
We did see that happen in the match between Cumberland and Hope, where they wrestled the 106 at the end. So we'll see how that sorts out as we continue to go along, as we're in the 132. Yeah, aforementioned Luke Montefusco.
I believe he was the freshman state champion last year. On that note, Cranston West were freshman state champions.
Back to back.
Back to back. And Cumberland was the varsity state champions, I believe, as well. Interesting matchup today.
Inside of the minute and a half
Luke
left to go here in the first.
Deep on that shot, but doesn't seem to go. Oh, both wrestlers stand up.
Montefusco trying to get the first points. Could be crucial later
Nice
on in the
shot.
match. Montefusco went for the leg, couldn't get the ankle locked in to be able to sweep him out. Now he has to hold. Tries to go again to grab the knee.
Out of bounds.
It's going to give us a moment to adjust the scoreboard. Still no points in the match. 6 all in the meet.
Seem to be going neutral again.
Montefusco looking for, trying to sweep away the arm and get low to the ankle. Tries again, and this time he gets wrapped up.
Oh!
Has to be careful here.
A sticky situation.
He's got his leg barred, and now they're going to call it dangerous play. Had the ankle bent backwards in a position you don't want it to be bent into. It's going to take 9 seconds and then take us to the end of the first period.
Ooh. Quick roll. First period over.
So no points scored in the first period. Leaves it 0-0 on the match and sends Cumberland to the bottom, and Montefusco will have opportunity to start with a control.
Cumberland chooses bottom. Luke Montefusco.
Got to be careful. The escape
Cumberland gets
got
the
it.
escape.
That's a pivotal point for Cumberland there. First point of the match scored. If this were to go, if this were to get tied and go into overtime, give him the choice.
Nice tie up.
Holding here with 1:25 left to go in the second. Tricky position here. Montefusco, big roll. He needs to flip around. If he can flip around and get that leg out, he's going to have him on his back. Strong leg. Oh, no, he gets out of bounds. Montefusco had him tied up.
Goodness.
That is a big loss for where Montefusco is in.
In a prime position right there.
as they take a moment to get the masks and the headgear situated. The final 50 seconds to go in the second period. Montefusco trying to go for that same play again, getting into the roll. He has to be careful that he doesn't get rolled himself. Needs to turn, get the leg free.
Lots of shots from Luke Monty today. Drives.
Big mat return for the 2 points, and that's huge as it changes the dynamic of the match as Montefusco now
Cumberland
up 2.
gets the,
trying to
he
get the
does
1.
not get the escape. Secures that leg.
Strong run from Montefusco. Can he hold out here for the final 5 seconds? Now the 1, and it ties it up.
Second period over. 2-2.
Well, Montefusco had a huge mat return.
That was a great shot.
Now a pivotal 2 minutes. Third period underway. 2-all in the match. 6-all in the meet.
They're both up.
Montefusco trying to get the 1
does not
pulled
get
back
the
down.
escape. Cumberland gets the wrist.
This one's brought back up to the base again and then torn back down. 127 left to go. Montefusco fighting here, does not have the ability of both of his arms. Still trying to get out of the armbar. Doesn't get the escape. Big point pickup for Montefusco.
Goes in for a shot.
108 left to go here in the
Securing
match. Big roll on the mat return. Still has him locked up. Needs to be able to pull over. Can he get the leg free? Gets the ankle free. The scoreboard to our left has gone out. Now it comes back.
And Luke
picks up the 2 points.
2 more out of bounds.
Out of bounds, but a big 2-point pickup will bring it to 5-2. And the scoreboard also is about 5 seconds off.
50 seconds left. Luke Monty up 5-2. Does not let him get that escape. Brings him right down.
Montefusco can just hold him out here. He'd be able to pick up the 3.
If he just holds out here, and he is set to win this match. A lot of movement. Some scrambles. Oh, but Luke Monty is staying on.
15 seconds left to go. Montefusco can take this one to the wire.
Luke Monty does not let him get out of there. With 3 seconds left, and he even lets him up.
Hold serve, he gets the 1. It's going to be 5-3 final. Montefusco takes it, picks up 3. 9-6. Falcons on the match. So the Falcons seemingly having their way a bit better with Cumberland than they did in the early matches against Hope back in meet number 1 as we head from 132 to 145.
We have a forfeit at the weight class 136. The lead now is Cranston West 15 to Cumberland High School 6.
Which should take us, as I mentioned, to the 145. See what we have set up here. As Cumberland has a wrestler out at 145. Cranston West will send a 145 out Gianpietro. So 2 easy pickups for the Falcons, and a 15-6 as Gianpietro works quickly here. Gets the 2 points for the takedown. Gianpietro has got to be careful of real estate. Space runs out of it, out of bounds. Goes back in with 137 left to go in the first. Trying to break down that arm bar.
Landon Gianpietro is doing a great job of holding down the Cumberland wrestler, not letting him get anything going to help him get back out from bottom. Gianpietro continues to ride the Western hook, making it very difficult for the Cumberland wrestler to escape.
He's got to break away that arm for him to be able to get down further. Back up to base for a second and almost an escape.
It's a good mat return from Gianpietro. So we're now closing into a minute left.
Just the 2 takedown points that Gianpietro scored early in this first period. Holding him here in the final 40 seconds to go.
A good attempt for a switch by the Cumberland wrestler, but Gianpietro is able to hold it off and stay on top.
Looking to break. Runs out of real estate, out of bounds with 23.7.
Both wrestlers are doing a great job trying to stay in this match.
From the bottom and breaking down right away as Gianpietro trying to get the roll here. Inside of the final 10 seconds to go, the first period. This 145 match. The horn sounds, first period concludes. Defer on the choice, and Gianpietro is going to go bottom.
Landon Gianpietro is going to look to get an early 1 point and hopefully get another takedown to extend his lead.
Explodes right away, gets the reversal and a good mat return. And he's got his head underneath if he can get the roll.
Gianpietro's going to look to put him to his back.
Good spot for the 2. He has it locked in. Continues to hold. Maintains control here. Has to be careful to not get rolled himself. Look for the ankle lock. Good switch by Gianpietro.
The Cumberland wrestler is doing a great job of not letting Landon set up any of his moves, making it real tough for him.
It's crossface and stalemate called. 1:02 left in the second.
Gianpietro did a good job of breaking down the Cumberland wrestler. The Cumberland wrestler does a great job and gets an escape. I mean, a switch. With 30 seconds left in period 2, the score is 4-2.
Nice strong position here for Gianpietro to hold for the last 20 seconds of this period. Take it to the final 2 minutes.
Both wrestlers are going to be trying their hardest to get a few more points before this period concludes.
Final 5 seconds ticking away, and Gianpietro is going to hold where he can and carry it out. Third period coming up, just a 2-point differential.
We have a very close match at the 145 weight class. We're starting in the neutral position.
Both wrestlers tussling here in the center circle. Control is going to be very key in the final 140 to go here in this third period.
Looks like Gianpietro is looking to get something going with the front headlock. Does the Cumberland wrestler escapes that?
Gianpietro, good roll there.
Gianpietro's just trying not
And
to get
Gianpietro's got to be careful because he might get rolled back.
Gianpietro did a good job of keeping his weight back and not.
He's got the shoulder down. He's going to get at least 2 on the near fall here. If he can roll him one bit, he might have the 6. Got it. Gianpietro picks up the pin and 6 for the Falcons.
Gianpietro extends the team score to 21-6, Falcons lead.
And this match,
some great matches started between Cranston West and Cumberland.
Starting to get away a little bit.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
We can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, and I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field, in the game of football, because that's where my passion lies, but also in the game of life.
All right, and we're back. This is Tommy Lynch with Snapdown Wrestling, produced by Fans Only Sports Network. I think I was muted before. Real exciting match going on. Gianpietro really coming through with the 6 there, staying patient and waiting for the pin. Great match versus Cumberland. This is one we could have really eked out that we needed. But, again, a very tough season, very tough situation. A lot of teams down. Some wrestlers due to other sports. Again, we're in a spring situation. We're not used to being a spring sport. We're a winter sport, and the spring sports are still going on. So, the team's doing what they can. Team's looking real good, but the wrestlers with the masks on, very hard for them to wrestle very tough, breathing and wrestling a full wrestling match with the masks on. Who knows what's going to happen down the road as far as having those masks come off, because kids are getting vaccinated now. So I'm a little interested in seeing what's going to happen with that, because listen, first of all, you get tested the day of the match. All right. So you pop a negative, you're on the bus, you're going to wrestle. That's one thing. But so that coupled with the vaccination, both shots and 2 weeks out from that second shot, I wouldn't understand why if two kids were in that situation, why they would have to wear masks. Why not let them breathe air and let that go on? But we're going to see what happens with that, because that's a question that needs to be posed to the Rhode Island Interscholastic League and the health department. Say, hey, yeah, these kids are vaccinated. They get tested that day. They really shouldn't have to wear masks. So seems like a little bit of an overkill on the precaution there. So let's see what happens with that, and I'll keep you informed. And I will be calling the Department of Health and the governor's office and saying, hey, how about this question? What do you think we can do here? As I have been all along an advocate and touching base with the various departments to make sure that they're aware of what's going on. That being said, let's get back to the action with us, Cranston West versus Cumberland. Check it out.
From Cumberland, if they're not careful.
I think we have Xander Polofsky coming out for our 152-pound weight class for Cranston West.
Polofsky is sophomore. We saw him early in the match against Hope. See what he can do here.
And the match begins.
152 again.
An attempt at a first move by the Cumberland wrestler does not work.
Little time out and a mask. Polofsky's mask came off, so he's going to have to
I think it broke.
Switch masks. Saw that happen a lot of times.
Yeah, this is a recurring issue.
A lot of times in the match between Cranston West and Hope, saw it between the Cumberland and Hope match, and seeing it again here.
Polofsky back and ready to go. Lots of intensity to start this off right now.
Cranston West
Cumberland
wrestled.
gets the
Sorry, yeah.
Oh!
Polofsky, big mat return there. And gets the control.
Polofsky. Oh, wow. Great move by him. He's currently riding the Western hook. Up by 2. Gets the arm. When he's driving, he's driving that half.
Trying to get the roll here. Polofsky looking for another pin. He's going to get 3 near fall points at least. He's got that locked in.
Oh, and he's on
that would take him to 5. Rolling the other way. Polofsky's got the arm bar in. He's got to try to push him back the other way and get that that right shoulder in play.
Driving hard right now.
Still gets the 3 near fall points to take it to 5-0.
Oh, out of bounds. Oh my gosh. Polofsky up 5-0 in the first period. About 27 seconds left. Cumberland chooses bottom.
Trying to look to get the explosion here. Polofsky
and
mat
Polofsky
return.
Brings him right back down.
Has to be careful for the lock. And we'll get the caution. And he'll get the lock. They're just going to actually call it and give the 1 point.
Can't do that.
So Cumberland picks up the 1 point on the technical violation.
Cumberland shooting up once again.
Now they start the clock. Had that happen again earlier in one match.
Little mistake. Oh, Cumberland goes in for that shot. No
Goes
points
for
though.
it.
Doesn't get behind
Polofsky's
him.
going to have a chance to defend here and take it to the end of
5-2.
period.
Cranston West is currently up 21-6. A win here would further extend their lead, making it even more difficult for Cumberland to come back on this one.
And at 152, you have to start considering you're running out of matches to try to get back.
Cumberland.
Polofsky's got to be careful
Sticky
here.
situation for him right now. Oh, he's getting turned on his back. Is this a pin?
Polofsky's got to be careful, and a pin for Cumberland.
Pin with a comeback victory against Polofsky. Wow.
So that takes it to 21-12 on the meet score as a victory at 152 for Cumberland takes us now up to the 160 match. And 160 for Cranston West had Jordan Gooch. We go to the right-hand side. Underway in the first. Gooch at 160 for the Falcons.
Gooch is able to get a nice snap down and really take control of this wrestling match early on. But he gets taken down for 2, and the Cumberland wrestler has a leg in. He now is 2. He's going to make it really difficult for Jordan Gooch to get an escape here. Looks like Jordan Gooch has a good grip on that leg. Looks like he's got the head.
Gooch gets a little turn here on the shoulders and then runs out of space over the boundary line. I'll come back in with 1:15 to go.
A nice move from Jordan Gooch, but the Cumberland wrestler is able to keep Gooch down. The Cumberland wrestler looks to have a cradle locked up.
Gooch has got to be careful here not to get put to his back. Smartly rolls to be able to get his shoulder off.
And he's got 2 for the reverse.
Gets the reverse 2. So Cumberland now 4-0 and sorry, 4-2 as they're going to call 2 for Gooch.
Jordan Gooch with a nice mat return to keep Cumberland from getting a point for an escape.
Careful on the arm lock.
Looks like we're going to have a holding hands penalty coming up soon.
Reversal 2 comes in.
And the 1 point was awarded for holding hands.
So that's going to send it to 7-2 now for Cumberland. 5 seconds left to go here. The horn will sound and bring the first period of the match. Defer from Cumberland. Bottom for Jordan Gooch.
Jordan Gooch is going to be looking to get a nice explosive start, try and get back to his feet or switch to try and narrow down the 5-point difference. The Cumberland wrestler does a good job of not letting Gooch escape. He's now riding a Western hook.
Gooch still trying to power out from the start. Gooch.
It looked like the Cumberland wrestler had a cradle locked up for a moment, but Gooch is able to get back to his base. And a stalemate is called, and the wrestlers will move back to referee's position.
.110 left to go in this second period. Apologize for the error on the clock there.
Cumberland wrestler now has one leg in. Gooch has a nice Grammy roll to try and get that leg out.
Might be the best named wrestling move. Granny roll. Yeah, that or the gator roll.
Yeah.
I feel like you could also name this as like sushi. Gooch is trying to roll this one out.
We have 3
Down
back points.
9-2 now.
12-2 now. As 3 back points were awarded to Cumberland.
And he's got to be very careful getting close to that 15-point differential with still a period left to go. Not wanting to be victim to the technical. We give 5 points.
They run out of space.
They run out. He gets 2 more points, so 14-2. And now 2 points away. Sorry, I checked that. It would be 3 necessary. The horn sounds ending the second. Need 3 points, get to 17 would be a 15-point differential.
Looks like the wrestlers are going to be starting in a neutral position.
Maybe a smart move for Gooch here, down 14-2.
I think Cumberland's going to look to get a quick takedown and then hopefully some back points. Or even the pin.
Just 3 points away from ending the match. A minute 45 away from the match being concluded as well. Here's an opportunity for potential back points.
Peach's main goal currently should be to try not to be pinned.
And he's going to call 3 back points, and that's going to call the match. So a technical fall gives the match to Cumberland. They're going to pick up 5. It's going to take them to 16. So 21-16. As we head from the 160 to 170.
Vincent Merlino comes out for Cranston West today.
Saw Merlino in the 170 in match 1 against Hope. So 170 would put us four matches, quote unquote, away from the end, but we believe there is a couple of matches that should have been at the beginning of the lineup that have been shifted around to the back end as it approaches 8:45 p.m. 4 hours from start time of this tri-meet. Creates a long day for wrestlers.
Merlino currently has the Cumberland goes in for a shot, does not work. Not too much going on so far. Vincent Merlino goes in
Good
for a
shot by
shot.
Merlino. Got the leg locked in. He's got to roll him.
Should be looking to get the 2 right. He could be attempting a cradle here.
just gets away and nothing scored by either side. 40 seconds left to go to the end of the first. Cumberland looking to pick up positive points from any single match remaining as they're still trailing 21-16 in the meet. Cranston West looking to come out of here with a split.
Merlino. Still no points scored and about 2 seconds left in the first period, and the buzzer sounds.
The second period of action will see the choice go, and Cranston West will end up taking the downside. Merlino fighting for.
Cumberland throws in a spiral, takes it out.
Stalemate if they're not careful. It's got to move a little bit more. Merlino gets to his base and then gets returned to the mat.
Taken back down.
Big mat return, and Merlino rolled it over.
That's 2 for Vinny. That was a lovely granny roll by Vinny Merlino to turn the tables in this match. Currently,
And Merlino's got to be able to push out of that. He does, but a 2 reversal ties the match. $36 seconds left to go here in the second period. Merlino trying to fight.
Cumberland wrestler throwing in a half to try and turn Vinny Merlino.
Merlino spins right back.
He drives and
got to be careful here. He's got the shoulders. He's got the shoulder blocked too, and gets the pin. Big pickup.
Cumberland gets the pin on Vinny Merlino.
And that takes Cumberland to flipping the score. It'll now be 22-21. So all of a sudden, the lead the Falcons had has been erased. And we go from 170 to 182.
Pharmaceutical company Prevacus says their new concussion medication Prevacol helps repair nerves and promote cell growth.
There, we can get the drug in the brain in less than 5 minutes. And our plan is when we get that diagnosis on the field of play, give the drug nasally, get it in the brain quickly. When it gets in the brain, it actually gets into the nucleus of your brain cells, and it reduces swelling, inflammation, and oxidative stress at the same time.
When Jake and I first talked about this many years ago, one of my first questions was, will this help me? And he goes, no, this is for treatment immediately when a concussion or you think a concussion has occurred.
Yeah.
The acute problems that exist later on in life, if we can take care of these at an early age and start getting some of these things to our children and grandchildren, and I think we can make this game, our game, football, a safer place.
And so the whole goal is we're trying to make the game safer. And so Odyssey and this drug, we believe, can be a game changer in so many different ways. Yes, on the football field, in the game of football, because that's where my passion lies, but also in the game of life.
Can you hear me now? Is this thing on? I am having mute troubles tonight like you wouldn't believe. But basically, all I said was, Xander lost a big match. Vinny lost a big match. Gooch got teched. So that's, 12. That's 17 points right there. That meet right there is what cost us the match. Spoiler alert, we lose by 1. The score will be 40-39. It was listed as 41-39, but they got banged a team point for an unsportsmanlike conduct. But 1 point, 2 points doesn't matter. We lost the match, and basically, it's nobody's fault. Don't take credit like, oh, if I would have won, or if I didn't get pinned, or if I would have just won by 3, or it's just, listen, it's a match. Okay. And it's a match in a season that we almost didn't have. So we're lucky to even be out there. So just wrestle your best across the board, down the line, across the leagues. Just bring your best game. Prepare, have a game plan of moves you're going to do on the top, on the bottom, and in neutral, and just execute. Okay. Now, sorry for the last rant with no sound. Nobody could hear me, but basically that's what I said. On a take 2. And we're going to go back to more action. So hang in there. Here we go. Cumberland, Cranston West, back in the action.
Napoleon had a pin in his first match as they stop as the headgear pops off. Napoleon needs to pick up positive points here for the Falcons. They've seen a lead that was 21-9 at one point has evaporated, and Cumberland leading 22-21. The scoreboard's gone out again.
Looks like Napoleon's having some trouble keeping his headgear on as the period has stopped again. Only 23 seconds in. Not much has happened.
Napoleon.
With a shot from Noah. Some good defense from the Cumberland wrestler. And Noah with a nice throw.
Napoleon's got him back to the center smartly and picks up 2 points.
Looks like he has a chicken wing in. He's looking for the wrist. He's got the wrist. Cumberland wrestlers doing a good job of not letting Napoleon get control of his left wrist. Looks like Polion might be setting up a cradle.
Got to roll him
He has
over.
it.
He does. He has it locked in.
Looking for the pin.
Polion got a pin in his first match earlier today against Hope. He's going to try to do it here in the second one.
Polion has 40 seconds to try and pin the Cumberland wrestler before period 1 ends.
Hooks the other leg and gets the pin. Noah Polion, 2 pins today.
The West lead is now 27 to 25. Going into the 195 weight class.
And after what
West
the
now
pickup,
leading 27 to 22.
yeah, that was a big pickup there for West because Cumberland was on a roll. 21-9 was the lead for West, and all of a sudden it turned around to 22-21 Cumberland. And so now picking up that 6 on the pin makes it a 5-point differential at 27-22. Go from the right side back to the left side one more time. Differential in the mats too, as you can see the thickness of the newer mat on the right side versus the older 3-ply mat.
Caden Bruno is coming out for Cranston West at the moment. No Cumberland wrestler seems to have come out yet. Oh, never mind. So on the
Trying to get a little headgear situation sorted out. See if we can get a workable piece of headgear. And they do. They're just
Cumberland
double
wrestler steps on the
checking
mat.
who's who. And we're ready to go at 195. Quick start from both sides.
Lots of hand play today. Bruno gets the arm, but
Caden Bruno.
oh,
182
Caden Bruno
sophomore,
with
big
a
takedown to the
great
mat.
takedown. Amazing. Not get the pin, but still gets behind.
Gets the first 2 points and trying to control that arm on the left side. Cumberland trying to get the escape.
Cumberland trying to break Bruno's wrist. Grip, I mean. Bruno seeming to attempt a cradle. Lets that go.
38 seconds left to go here in the first.
Bruno gets the chicken wing and begins to run it.
They're going to carry this one out.
Continues to run it, but does not seem to find much luck. Gets the cross freeze. Now he gets the power half and he's driving it.
Good pickup for Caden Bruno. He's got him rolled over. Can he hold it up? As the horn
period
sounds.
over.
He's going to get the 3 back points, and he was frustrated about that too. He did not like that.
Oh my gosh. This close to getting the pin.
They do credit the 3 back points. They're going to go neutral as Bruno defers when we start the second period. $7-0. A crucial 7 in the first period from Bruno. West needs to establish dominance as
Bruno
much as
with
they
a
can.
nice snap down with another 2 points. Beginning to run the power half once again. Oh, this looks like a pin.
Got the pin. Caden Bruno picks up 6 for the Falcons.
The lead extended to 33-22.
And that sends us from 195 to the 220. And the Falcons are close to putting this one in the bag. Safe Joseph Jr.
Right off the bat, we have some nice hand fighting as both wrestlers circle, trying to set up a move.
Joseph
nice
gets taken
ankle
down.
pick. A nice ankle pick from Cumberland. The Cumberland wrestler is going to want to pull Safe back into the mat as he's running out of space. And he's able to do it.
Joseph just trying to hold what he can here.
The Cumberland wrestler looks to have double wrist control as he looks to walk around the head of Safe Joseph.
Joseph has an opportunity to get a roll there. If he can he roll him? He needs to. Oh, he's got his arm barred.
The Cumberland wrestler
Gets the pin.
That makes the score 33-28.
And that sends us to the heavyweight.
I believe the Falcons do not have a heavyweight.
The heavyweight normally for the Falcons would be Jacob Robert, who is actually at Mount Hope High School playing for the Cranston West Falcons lacrosse team right now, which would be a normal spring season because wrestling should be in the winter. Instead, we're doing it in May. And so instead, it's going to send us back around to where we did not start. So they're going to get the forfeit here as we go back to the left side. So that's going to get the forfeit. It's going to give 6 to the Clippers and put them at 34. And it's going to make these next matches extremely important for the Falcons.
It looks like the winner of this match, actually, I think there's some confusion on what weight is wrestling currently.
It's going to be a forfeit at 106.
Seems Cranston West does not have a 106.
They did have Kyle Chiquette.
He did wrestle in the JV match.
So
earlier.
that cost them not having the 106. And now we're going to have the 113.
Cam Davis comes out for Princeton West today.
So Cam Davis, the freshman at 113. And this will be our final match of the proceedings.
Because the score is 40-33 with Cumberland up. Even if Cam gets the pin here, Cranston West cannot win this today.
They could get to 39 with a Cam Davis pin.
But it's not going to be enough. Cam comes in with a strong shot. Could be doing a throw with hand positioning. Oh, just drops him right down.
Davis holds him down. Gets the 2 to start. The fact, though, that you come into Cumberland as young a team as Cranston West is, and then be able to get within a match of a potential victory against them
That's
is
just
promise
amazing.
for the future.
The future is bright for Cranston West, huh?
You mentioned only 3 seniors on this Cranston West team. A large number of freshmen and sophomores.
Cranston West seems to be missing a few spots this year at different weights. Oh, Cam, nice mat return by Cam.
Cranston West will be back in action May 21st. That's next Friday. They travel to Mount Hope High School for a tri-meet again with the Mount Hope Huskies and the Woonsocket Villanovans, scheduled for 6:30 p.m. First home meet will be not until June 3rd. They'll take on Coventry and North Providence.
You know, I've heard a little talk about a Cranston West Mount Hope rivalry. I wonder how that'll go next week.
Horn sounds ending the first period. Just the 2 points picked up by Davis. Starting from neutral.
Cumberland fighting to try and get the escape. Cam brings him down.
Davis trying to control this match. Got to be careful here. Locked hands. And the whistle sounds. The wrist lock. I'm going to give a point there to Cumberland.
Cam fighting to keep control of the Cumberland wrestler today.
Has the ankle lock in, trying to be able to kick that leg out.
Strong hold on the wrist. Oh.
Final minute of the second period of action. Still just 2-1 on the points. Davis has it and gets the pin. So Cam Davis gets the pin And the 6 points to 40-39 puts Cranston West just 1 point shy of being able to take victory on the match. So, with all being said, almost a fairly good split to go 40-39 against a difficult Cumberland team.
And that's with some forfeits from Cranston West. Great performance by them today.
You've been watching Rhode Island High School Wrestling on Fans Only Sports Network, presented by Odyssey Group International, Rhode Island Army National Guard, and Prevacus. For all of us here at Fans Only Sports Network, we thank you very much and have a...
All right. Well, you saw it. It's 40-39 within 1 point of the returning state champions, Cumberland High School Wrestling team. A couple things there. First of all, I love Joe Esposito, the ref, but I love when he goes, to reversal and just does it with one hand. 27 years of ref. It's actually, this is a reversal unless that's changed. I don't know, but as far as I know, this is a reversal with the two. And again, love Joe. He's very good. He's very consistent in his calls. He doesn't take no nonsense from any of the refs, and absolutely wonderful. One of my favorite refs. But Cumberland, you didn't get us names. We couldn't name any of your wrestlers. And for the other coaches that are watching, by the way, this cast right here of the Cumberland wrestlers, the wrestling team of us wrestling Cumberland and Hope, which we didn't get to see, obviously, but we just spotlighted this match tonight. This actually got over 700 views. So just on YouTube, it got 700 views. So really, really, good viewership for this match. And we get good viewerships on all of our matches. But, I didn't get any names from Cumberland, so we couldn't highlight any of the wrestlers. So moving forward, if we're wrestling you, if Cranston West is wrestling you, you need to give me names of who your lineup is. They reported to me and said, "Oh, this is my name," but at that point, I'm in the match. I can't write down names and get them to my analyst up in the booth to, say who you are. If you've got special things going on, if you were a national champ, or if you won the Northeast Regionals, you've got to get me that information. Otherwise, it's not going to be mentioned. Give your wrestlers their just due. You guys work hard. If you've got special accolades and awards and, these things going on, you got to let me know. Just let me know. I promise you, I'm not using it as some, secret thing to, win a match or something. That's not it. The point is, I want to get the kids what they've done, who they've wrestled, national champion, Northeast Regional champion of Lowell tournament, whatever it is, just get it to me so I can mention it. Kids like to hear that. Okay. So make sure you do that. Believe me, it's not some part of my master plan to take over the wrestling universe. It's not. Okay. Weight classes in tri-meets was a big thing for our analyst, as far as he thought it was 106 when really it was 126. Okay, here's how it goes. The first two matches starts at 106. It goes, now the next match starts at 113. That goes. The next match starts at 120. It just so happens we had a forfeit at 120, so it started at 126 with Sam Knifer with us. So that's how it goes on. So if it's the third match, it's going to start at 120. If you had a forfeit at 120, it's going to be 126, and it's going to circle around to 106 and 113, as you saw as our final match in Cam Davis, who's a very good 113, but might have his handfuls with Pawnee Gansett and Jacob Joyce when we get to that point. And that's it. That's all we have basically for Snapdown Wrestling tonight. I hope you enjoyed the match. There's several more matches to come tomorrow. We have North Kingston. It's our only dual meet, and it's going to be live streamed. So if you want to check out North Kingstown, if you want to check out Cranston West and try to strategize against either one of those teams, that's great. You can check it out on www.fansonlysports.com. Okay. Until then, we'll see you next Monday night from Snapdown Wrestling, sponsored by and produced by Fans Only Sports Network. And tonight, my showrunner, Nick LeBlanc. Thank you very much for tuning in. And thank you, Nick, and Fans Only Sports Network. We'll catch you next Monday night at 9 o'clock. Until then, be safe, enjoy, work hard, and follow your dreams and live with passion. This is Tommy Lynch with Snapdown Wrestling. Have a great night.